Okay, first Nasdaq buy signal of the morning. We initially had a move down here, but the signal was already in process, so we have resolved that down move, and now we are working on an up move here. Signal indication is right at the top of the range, 26,800. Market backed off of that immediately. I bought near the high, 26,803. Here we have the first reversal at a discount in the direction of the initial signal. The Nasdaq has been going down for a couple of hours after it hit the R1 at 26,890 here. We hit the low of the session and immediately bounced out of the low. So we're buying about 60, 70 handles off the low here. 26,730 area was the low. We're buying 26,803. No signals in crude or gold yet. There was a buy signal in gold while I was turning on the script. All right, so we got the first reversal after the initial signal. That was good. Market's moving from 26,794 up about 20 points. Where is my stop loss? 75, 803, about 30 handle stop loss. First target is at 31.5. Doing about 1-to-1 here on the ATR measurement over the last few days at 10 to 15 minute intervals. Our ATR is $31. Our median is 26. Gold's coming back into the buy area, hit a high of 48.14. Indication was given at 48.01. If I get a reversal, the gold will pick that up. Okay, looks like we got our first target in Nasdaq off at around 30. Next target's going to be up 40 or already hit the next target. Okay, so two gone. What did we do right there? I bought 26,803 and I sold 26,830 and 34. Looks like the gold took a nice hit. It was going up. Crude oil starting to find a little bit of a base here at the open of this strong move up here earlier, a couple hours earlier. It's 9 o'clock, so something's going to happen. Relatively strong move here in Nasdaq. The gold loop completely reset. It went positive, all the way positive, and now it's all the way back to not confident in the positive. Crude oil predicting higher right here. Confidence at 0.57. There is the crude oil. Turn on the Nasdaq chart here so I can see the orders. My chart was corrupted before. Looks like I'm working my trailing stop now. What are we doing in crude? A pretty strong move up in crude. Pretty abrupt. Okay, checking back in with the script. Looks like the script just sold the gold here at 47.88, 47.89. Looks like the prediction is lower. It's getting warm. Its prediction is less than 0.5. So if I get a reading that's less than 0.5, then that would be a high confidence prediction that the model thinks the market is going down. So we had some down action before here at around 7:15. Wasn't exactly here for that yet. Market went down. Looks like it took a pretty good hit. So it dropped about $20, $24 right there on the first initial prediction down. Then we re-engaged the bear here at 48.02, dropped another 20. And we did a little swing positive, and now we're going back negative here. So where did I place my stop loss? Let's see. So ATR is about 10. Median of 8 over the last couple of days on 10 to 15 minute bars. So my risk should be about 10 points here. 47.79, that's my first target. So a little bit more than my risk. My stop is 97. That's a little tight. That's probably good. We'll see what happens here. Gold's chopping. I'm really curious to see what's happening with this gold trade. I thought I would have been stopped out already for sure. Usually when I sell the market and it doesn't go right away, my stop loss is not too far off. Okay, checking back in on this gold trade. Looks like we almost got our target here at 47.80. Market's bouncing in between my entry price and my first target. Not asking for much here, about $8 or $9 on the first unit. Volatility is still relatively low. These moves are not as big as they usually are lately. Try and hang out, see if we can get our target. All right, we got our first target here. That's the S1. Looks like we placed our second target not too far away, 47.75. Okay, the 775s are filled. There's the trailing stop. And it got out right there. I hit the ratio target is what happened. This ATR scale out is still kind of tight because of the relative volatility. So I actually hit 3 targets right there. Maybe I can widen my third target. My trailing stop wasn't too far off of the target I took. I could have just let the trail work. All right, so next time I'll try and let that one go a little bit more. I already took two targets pretty close together. I should try and squeeze the third one. All right, looks like this crude oil trade is still going. I'm almost on my third target here. I go for about double the ATR on the later targets. I should probably just get rid of one right here. This is close enough. Now I got one crude oil left. I'm pretty much all in on this last crude oil minus a trail, so I should probably be working somewhere below the market here, like 54, 55. That's like 60 off the high, maybe even, it's about 40, 50 cents trail. There is more in this gold move here, looks like. What prices did I exit in the gold? 80, 77, and 71, and 60s are trading. So this gold is definitely continuing lower. Nasdaq not doing so good today. Again, gold and crude oil doing pretty well. Nasdaq not doing so well at all. Crude oil is trading near the R1. This is a good place to exit. The R1 is usually resistance. It may continue higher here, but it has a tendency to reverse violently out of nowhere near this level. All right, the crude oil trade has been completed. It may continue well up here to 89.5 or higher. I had two good trades in crude already, so that's pretty good for trading a couple of micros in crude on a couple of signals. That's pretty decent money right there. All right, so the Nasdaq program went short right here at 26,788. You're selling about 60 handles off the high. Gold got hit pretty good. Nasdaq now getting hit. Crude oil rallying. This is what the market has been doing lately, where the crude market starts to go up and the equity and metals go down. But it's not all the time. It's not regular. You can't just buy crude and sell indexes and metals when it does this and make money. It's just not that simple. Sometimes it is, but when it's not, that's when losses occur. All right, where is my stop loss in Nasdaq? 26,818. Once again, about $30. First target at 53.50. All right, so it looks like on this Nasdaq trade, I got out of two as the market was moving against me, but then somehow I got right back in. So I'm supposed to get out and then put on the position again a little bit later, but apparently I got a knockout and a trigger back to back. So I'm going to have to look at some logic for that. It looks like the market is continuing my way a little bit. So despite the little error in entry and exit risk management, on the right side of the market. We'll see what happens here. First target is at 57. Not too far away. Stop is at 18. Gold coming off the low a little bit. I mean, Nasdaq got almost back to the R1 here and just proceeded to turn right around and go. Okay, there's my first target. Looks like I moved my stop down as well, so I'm trying not to turn a winner into a loser here. I really don't like moving stops in Nasdaq at all because sometimes you just get stopped out for no reason. But you've got to draw the line somewhere. The move is either going to continue or it's not. If you've got a good move, then it'll keep going. Where am I going to place my second target for this Nasdaq? It should be pretty soon. I'm moving the trail. That means I'm on the second target. Looks like I got out of another Nasdaq here at 50. I got one left, so I'm on a trail for 61. Once again, I don't like trailing stops, but you got to draw the line somewhere. All right, I'm finally out of that Nasdaq trade. See how, okay, so I made some money back on that. I was down a few $100, so that trade made that back. Nasdaq steady right now. Results haven't been too good in Nasdaq lately, but that was a pretty decent move, so that was good.